Hello everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. Valaverse gave us a bit of a early Christmas present in the form of the Wave 4 releases. They were announced yesterday, time of recording, it's Friday morning, and they are going to be released sometime today. He didn't give a time, he just said to keep checking back on their website, and sometime today they would be released. Wave 4, I understand, has been greatly anticipated from Valaverse for their Action Force line. As you probably know, I am not a big collector of Action Force, but I do keep my eye on what's going on because sometimes they do come out with some things that interest me that I want to pick up and add to my collection and probably fit them into my G.I. Joe line. That is not to say I have a problem with Action Force. It's just not something that really connects with me on a large scale. Now we're going to talk about some of their releases that are coming out today. We'll probably just touch on many of them because truthfully for a lot of them, it's more of the same. It's more of what we've received from Valaverse for Action Force before. So the first thing we're going to start with, once again, I'm looking at their website down there. You're up here looking right there. But the first thing we're going to talk about is there's two accessory packs that have come out. There is the tactical headgear set that basically just gives you a bunch of new heads for your Action Force figures. And these I can see being very useful. There are 10 heads in all. The set is $20, $19.99. There are 10 heads in all, 5 with gas masks, 5 that are just like ski masks with goggles. And they're colored differently to match up with the different color, different style figures that Action Force has come out with, including one red and sort of metal gray head that goes with, what was it, the Cavalry figures. Those were kind of cool. I'm actually kind of upset I never picked those up for myself. I never picked up one of those. But that is the first thing that's coming out. The second thing that's coming out is a new weapons pack. This one is $12, $11.99. This is Weapons Pack Hotel, which is basically their standard weapons. Like, I feel like these weapons we've seen in another weapons pack before, they're just decoed to their Arctic colors. And we'll talk more about their Arctic colors in a few minutes here. So that is the two accessory packs that are coming out. Those are going up for sale today. Also, let's look at the army builders. The first one we're going to take a look at, because there's really not much to talk about, is the Desert Steel Brigade figure. And once again, we've seen this before. This is basically a repaint of the Steel Brigade figure. And I know the Steel Brigade figure has been very popular. Once again, I'm kind of upset that I missed out on the Big Bad Toy Store Night Force exclusive, or Night Ops exclusive. The more I thought about it, the more I would have loved to have had that mixed in with my Night Force figures from G.I. Joe. But this is basically the Steel Brigade figure just decked out in tan, in desert colors. Him and his gear, and just he'll blend in real well with like the Desert Commandos and Desert Rat that came out in Action Force, what was it, last year, 2 years ago? The other army builder that we have, which I don't want to say he's new, but he's sort of a new look for an army builder, and that's the Urban Commando. And this one is actually kind of cool. I might pick up one of these. They basically look like Bone Collector with a different head and helmet gear. They have that gray urban camo going on. They have that like sort of explosive vest with the grenades around the front. This might be a cool sidekick for Firefly. I don't know, like an assistant for Firefly. I kind of dig that look. That might be one of the ones that I pick up. That figure is going to be $29.99. Also for army builders, what do we have? We have at $19.99 your standard Arctic Trooper, and we've seen this before. This is basically their army builder, just now in Arctic colors, and I told you we'd be talking about these again. There are 2 accessory packs for our Arctic Trooper. There is the Arctic Gear Pack, which once again is something that we've seen. We've seen this gear pack come out for all of the army builders, all of the no name, no face figures that have come out with this line. The Arctic Trooper, just on his own, let me pull him up. The Arctic Trooper on his own comes with 3 head sculpts, 1 light skinned, 1 dark skinned, 1 wearing goggles, 4, 5, 6, 8 sets of hands, and 1 weapon and a figure stand, just like the other Arctic figures or the other army builders have been. The gear pack comes with the gear pack is where you really start to get his gear, and that's $11.99, $12. You get the vest, you get a scarf, you get a machine gun, you get a pistol, you get a knife, you get a utility belt, you get a med kit on the side, a backpack, a helmet with various accessories, blast effects, and 2 additional magazines for the rifle, including the one that's already locked and loaded. So to get a complete figure, you would need the Arctic Trooper, and you would need the Arctic Gear Pack. So one is $20, one is $12. That's $32 right there for a single figure. Or they have the Arctic Sniper Gear. And this, I have mixed feelings about this. This trots out the ghillie suit that Bobby Vala had been talking about, I believe, at the beginning of last year. And I wanted to get a ghillie suit to compare it to the Gridiron Studios ghillie suit that came out. And you, for $24.99, $25, you get the ghillie suit and you get a sniper rifle in its case, complete with what looks like a rangefinder. So you have all of his sniper gear, plus you have the ghillie suit for $25. I can't remember how much I paid for the Gridiron Studios ghillie suit. That might be about the same price. I can't remember. I'll have to take a look at that. But I was actually thinking of getting one of these for Snow Job. I like the rifle. The rifle isn't like some big Horkin like 50 cal hand cannon. The rifle is just like a very realistic sniper rifle. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I was thinking about getting one of those for Snow Job. We'll have to wait and see. What do we have next? Let's see. That does it for the army builders. We have the Arctic Trooper. Oops, I went too far. We have the Arctic Trooper. We have the Urban Commando that I think is pretty cool. And we have the Desert Steel Brigade. Oh, there it is. And we have the Swarm Tracer Deluxe figure. This is $44.99, $45. This is a Swarm Trooper that glows in the dark. And that's pretty cool. Like, it looks pretty cool. Like, they have a photo of it. You can see right here under a black light. That is pretty interesting. That for $44.99, you get the figure, you get the wing jetpack, you get the riot shield, you get his rifle, you get his pistol, you get his knife, you get, once again, 4. You get 4 sets of hands, 8 hands total, and you get 3 head sculpts, 2 of which we've seen before, just now they're done with a glow-in-the-dark deco. And the 3rd head sculpt, the one that's actually being displayed on the figure right there, looks like it's new. Looks like it was made specifically for this figure, and you get the figure stand, and the whole thing is glow-in-the-dark. So I'm not real big into the Swarm Troopers. Like, I have the BotCon exclusive Mantis Trooper. That was enough for me. Like, it's not something that like grabs me, but I can see people who collect these, who are into the Swarm. I could see somebody like picking up one of these, using this as like an officer. It glows in the dark. That's really cool. Or even like army building, like these glow in the dark Swarm figures and sending them against your Night Ops Steel Brigade. Like, I can totally see the appeal of this figure. I'm not going to get one. It's not for me, but I totally get the appeal and why people would be into this. So that is what we have for the army builders. Let me just go over that again. We have the Desert Steel Brigade, we have the Urban Commando, we have the Arctic Trooper, and we have the Swarm Tracer. Oh, and I forgot to mention that with the, let's put the Urban Commando back up here. I forgot to talk about everything that he comes with. For $29.99, you actually get a pretty decent amount up there. That you get the figure, you get the masked head sculpt, you get the gas mask head sculpt, you get the armored vest, you get the rifle, you get the pistol, you get the side holster, you get the med kit, you get the dagger, you get the stand, the figure stand. 1, 2, 3. You have 4 sets of hands, and interestingly enough, like, you get accessories for the helmet to kit out the helmet how you want, including like the night vision that flips down. But interestingly enough, it doesn't look like he comes with spare magazines for the assault rifle. I thought all of the Valaverse figures came with spare magazines, or do you have to get the weapons packs for that? I can't remember. I know my Steel Brigade figure comes with additional magazines, and I think Desert Rat came with additional magazines. I can't remember. I thought all of them did. But that's what you get with the Urban Commando. Now, we also have 2 named figures to go along with this. The first one is Desert Condor. And once again, I feel like we have seen, this is nothing we haven't seen before. Truthfully, to me, he looks like Desert Rat with different pants on. Because you basically get this figure with everything Desert Rat comes with. You get the figure, you get 2 head sculpts, 1 masked, 1 unmasked. You get his helmet with all of his kit. You get his scarf. You get his tactical vest with spare magazines. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of hands. You get his utility belt with the holster. You get the first aid kit on his hip. And you get the figure stand. This is basically Condor decked out in desert gear. They went like, some of this was desert gear, some of this was Arctic gear, it looks like. And even the weapons are tanned up to go desert. Now, at first I was like, why do they keep releasing Condor, not knowing anything about the lore of Action Force? And then it hit me. Condor is kind of like Duke, right? Like, he's the leader of the good guys of Action Force. I have no idea who the factions are in this, but he's the leader of the good guys, right? So I can understand why they keep putting him out. It's kind of like how Mattel keeps churning out He-Man. You need the leader out there all the time, otherwise people may not want to collect the line if they missed out on him the first time. So $29.99, $30 gets you that. That brings us to the one that I will most likely be ordering today. And that is Sniper Deluxe Blowback. And he comes with a pretty hefty price tag. He's $54.99. He's $55 for this figure. Now, you do get a lot with him. And that's saying something for an Action Force figure. That you get the figure, you get 3 different head sculpts, you get his tactical vest, you get his helmet with all of his kit, you get a headset with mic. You get a assault rifle. I don't think you get a pistol. I don't see a pistol in there, but he does have a holster on his belt, and it looks like there's a knife. Oh, there's a knife in his tac vest. So I don't know if that's molded in or if that will come out. But he comes with the assault rifle, the stand. He comes with the green ghillie suit, and he comes with the same sniper rifle kit that the Arctic set comes with a camoed sniper rifle and a rangefinder on a tripod. This is actually really cool. I really like everything you get with this. I like how they have like this complete sniper setup that if you've watched any of my reviews of sniper figures, you know I really dig the snipers. When I played Ghost Recon or Rainbow Six back in the day, I was always the sniper. So I appreciate this. The 2 issues that I have with it, well, it's not even 2 issues, it's 1 issue and 1 nitpick. The 1 issue that I have with this is, right now, if you want a green ghillie suit, this figure is the only way to get it. they haven't released the ghillie suit with the sniper kit as just like a sniper kit, like you can get with the Arctic Trooper, or like you can get with the Arctic Pack. I'm willing to bet, though, that's just right now, just to move this figure. I'm willing to bet that, give it time, maybe later in the year, in 2024, they'll release a sniper weapons pack that'll be like $25 and will include the green ghillie suit and the sniper rifle. Heck, they may even release another one later that will be like a desert version of this with a tan ghillie suit and a sniper rifle. Or a fall one with like, oh, that rifle would look so good with just like a wood grain paint job and then sort of like a fall leaf, like brown ghillie suit. But right now, to get the green one, the forest one, that is the only way to get it. I really dig the paint job on his face. He is totally camoed out. The one nitpick I have is that he has 3 head sculpts. Let me see here. One with a mask pulled over, and you can see like the flesh tone of the eyes. The other one is just a completely camo decoed head sculpt, which is Blowback. I believe it's Blowback's original face sculpt, just painted over with camo deco. The third one is that same camo deco, but he's doing this like he's looking down the scope of the rifle. Here's my issue with that. Keep in mind, I am not a real sniper. in case you haven't figured it out. But everything that I have learned, everything I have read, seen, heard, you don't actually do this when you're sniping. You keep both eyes open and you look down the scope. Even when I'm firing, I don't do this. I always have both eyes open. So tell me if I'm wrong. Like, I feel like that's just playing up to, and it's Bobby Vala. He's a veteran. Like, he knows. I think he's doing that just to play up to the idea that a lot of people have in their head that snipers close an eye when they're staring down the scope. Tell me if I'm wrong, please. Like I said, I am not in the military. I've not been a sniper, but I didn't think they actually one-eyed it when they were looking down their scopes. That's just me. But like I said, this is probably the one that I'm going to pick up today, that I'm going to order today. All of this right now, time of recording, if you go to their website, all of this right now says sold out. They put it up on the website, but they haven't released it for sale yet. He did say on Instagram and in an email that went out to the Valaverse newsletters subscribers, which I am one of, that they'll go up for sale sometime today. We just have to keep checking back. Something that you may have noticed isn't here is the Vanguard. And that was explained in that email that he sent out. The Vanguard is not going up for pre-order today. He's holding off on it. He plans on having it sometime at the beginning of next year. More than likely January, possibly February, but it's more than likely going to be January that it's going to go up for pre-order. So don't go to the website looking for that right now. That got rolled back at least another month. Also, it's worth mentioning that in addition to this, because now that I'm buying Blowback, I may pick up one other figure. But in addition to this, for $31.99, $32, there are still Warpath Eclipse figures up for sale on their website. And I may pick up one of these when I get my Sniper Blowback. So that's what Valaverse is going to unleash upon us today. December 22nd, Friday, time of recording. Like I said, if you go to their website now, everything looks like it's sold out. You just have to wait. Later today, later on Friday, you'll be able to start ordering these things. Everything says that it's going to ship in January. He said something that these aren't pre-orders. These are like advanced sales, that even he has some of this in stock right now, or at least it's coming over on the container. It's in the States. That everything that is going up for sale right now more than likely could sell out, but we're not supposed to worry about that either, because there will be more coming over. Basically, I think he's just selling what they had come over, and then once that sells out, there will be more going up for sale. I mean, we've played this game before. We've seen how it operates. There's a little bit of stock in the beginning, that sells out, then he gets more. I mean, how many times did Warpath sell out? And now you can just go to the website and pick her up at will. None of them are going to have limits on them. From what I understand, you can order as many as you want. The Swarm Horde Trooper, yeah, let's just even mention that. The Swarm Horde Trooper for $45 is still up for sale on their website as well. So Valaverse does have some really cool stuff for Action Force. It's just not something that I really dive into. Like I said, Warpath Eclipse and Sniper Blowback, I'm more than likely going to be picking those two up today once everything goes up for sale. Later, I'll probably pick up an Arctic Sniper suit to outfit my snow job. Still on the fence about the Vanguard. We'll talk more about that when it goes up for pre-order, but that won't be until January, so we still have some time to think about that. So let me know what you think. If you liked what we talked about, please leave a like for the video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. What are you going to be picking up from Wave 4? How excited were you for Wave 4? I would be more excited if there wasn't so much reuse in the line. And I think that is what kind of, I don't want to say puts me off, but sort of like mutes my excitement for Action Force, is that I understand action figure lines have reuse, especially indie ones, but like there's just so much reuse with Action Force that, I don't know, it doesn't really do much for me. I think if there were more named figures that were coming out with this wave, I would be more excited about it rather than army builders and then 2 named ones. Although I have to admit that one named one is really cool. Like, I didn't get the first Blowback figure. I didn't really care about the first Blowback figure, but this one in the sniper gear and that face paint and the ghillie suit, I'm gonna snag one of those up. And I really do hope that later the ghillie suit comes in a standalone kit, because if it looks as good on the figures as it looks in these photos, then I need one of those for Stalker. So let me know what you like, let me know what you're gonna be picking up, let me know how excited you are waiting for the Vanguard to come out. And until next time, my friends, oh, and don't forget to keep watching our Countdown to Christmas, our LEGO Advent Calendar opening that'll be going up tonight too as well. We're in the final days, the final stretch, and Monday, man, Monday is Christmas. We're like 3 days away. How insane is that? So until next time, my friends, Merry Christmas. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.